What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of You Ask, I Dive. And today, we're going to continue right where we left off. This is episode 5, part 2 of this deep dive into sacred geometry. Let me be honest with you real quick. This video alone, I had to keep redoing I don't know how many times because it kept erasing. Should have been out a long time ago. Not to mention my first video on sacred geometry, part 1, got flagged for misinformation. I appealed it, of course, and I lost. Crazy, right? Well, it's not going to stop me, though, because the information I have is just way too powerful to ignore. So today, I'm going to take y'all even deeper. We're starting where the geometry of creation actually begins. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. This is where it starts, guys. This is one of the oldest and most sacred symbols in existence, the Vesica Pisces. Okay, remember, guys, you're looking at a two-dimensional object. This is 3D we're talking about. So it's spheres, okay? The Vesica is created when the original circle has to duplicate itself. And when it does, those two circles are now perfectly intersecting. And with that union, an ancient shape begins to emerge. That one right there? Yeah. The Vesica Pisces is the first act of duality within unity. It's giving birth to polarity. It represents the womb of creation, the portal through which all life emerges. I gotta tell you guys, you see this shape everywhere, in the proportions of the human body, in the geometry of the human eye, in ancient religious artwork, and even the electromagnetic field of Earth. Spiritually, it symbolizes the merging of the divine masculine and feminine, the cosmic dance that gives rise to form. So in short, before there was form, there was the Vesica Pisces, the gateway. Now, from the Vesica Pisces, more circles are added, right? Each one represents another layer of creation. I mean, it's building on the one before it. And if you really start to look at this stuff unfold, this is not random by far, guys. This is the exact unfolding that mirrors the 7-day creation. Yeah, the same one that's in the Bible. What if Genesis, scratch that. What if the Bible itself wasn't just words on a page? What if it was a pattern? A divine code hidden in geometry and allegory. Because this is the language of creation itself. Yeah, go ahead and ponder on that for a second. And it all started with Source, the One, or God, whatever term resonates with you. But from that source, that infinite consciousness, the first act of creation, and it was to define a space, a boundary, a sphere. That's right, the first sphere. And it was actually the first expression of Source into form. All right, we've all just seen the original sphere. That is the expression of Source reflecting upon itself, which in turn created the womb of creation itself. Almost makes me think that God's a woman. Just joking. Okay, look, the pattern continues, right? We're getting to a third one, where Source reflects itself yet again, adding a third sphere. This right here is where form begins to take shape. Many ancient traditions, including Christianity, recognize this threefold principle. It's often called the Trinity. Now, whether you believe it's the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, or mind, body, and spirit, this is the pattern where spiritual begins to express itself into the physical. And that's because the pattern doesn't stop. Layer upon layer, day 4, day 5, day 6. And when you get to day 7, we arrive at what's called the seed of life. It's the geometric coding that underlines all of creation. Now, here's where I need people to really pay attention. Because quite honestly, this is where most people miss it. Because this isn't just some ancient pattern or pretty design, because believe me, that's what the answer I got mostly. Because when I started going down and exploring this thing, no one could explain to me what this actually was. So if you've seen these symbols before or quite didn't know what you were looking at, well, you're in luck. Because I'm about to tell you what it is. What if I told you that all of this is happening inside of you right now? Not metaphorically, not symbolically, literally. This is the very structure of your entire body, the same blueprint that underlies every living thing in existence. Oh, and it goes deeper than that. From everything you see around you to the trillions of cells that make up your entire body. It's all built upon the same universal pattern of creation. This is literally the macrocosm to the microcosm, the as above to so below, the one unified language of creation. Because once you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together, it'll change how you see everything. I mean, look at this right here. You think that's random? This is the geometry of life, the geometry of the cosmos, the geometry within you, and they're all mirroring one another. Again, it's the macrocosm to the microcosm, and they're all working in perfect harmony. Because cosmic spirals, cellular spirals, and sacred geometry, they're all one and the same. From the way galaxies birth and move to how your cells divide and multiply, and even to the invisible patterns that hold it all together. It's the language of creation, and it's written everywhere. But hold up, it gets deeper than that. The more you realize you're not separate from this pattern, because you are the pattern, a living expression of it, woven into the fabric of existence. Because life isn't random, guys. It's a geometry in motion, guided by a divine intelligence. And this is just the first 7 days of creation. I mean, wow. Wow. Like I said, there's a lot of information here, guys. So we're going to have to keep it going into another episode. But we're going to go even deeper, because we're going to explore what happens to the seed of life when it gets germinated. Yeah, it's going to bloom into the fruit of life, unlocking the blueprint that bridges the seen and the unseen. So please, guys, drop your thoughts and your questions below. And remember, this is a conversation, not a lecture. So let's keep the positive energy flowing. And I got a little video that I put together for y'all, help you put the visuals together, what we just talked about. And as always, stay curious, stay enlightened, and always smile. Love y'all. See you on the next one. Later.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole.